What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We're going to go ahead and take a closer look at the AZUSA Cochise today, OEM'd by Miguron. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right. So I've had this the last couple days. I've been able to mess around with it, fidget with it, have some fun. I even carried it in my pocket one day, which was fantastic. I really, really like this knife. I will say that. There are some really cool things about it that I really like. I did go ahead and look at some of their specs on their website and what they're going to be selling it for, some of the other versions and stuff like that. This is the box it comes with. There's nothing else really, so I'm going to go ahead and put that over. But before we get too far, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. You can also follow us at Work Knife Balance 939. That's a great way to communicate with us. Let us know what you want to see and all that good jazz. So this is the AZUSA Cochise, OEM'd by Miguron. Miguron makes some amazing budget knives. They're absolutely fantastic. Some of the best value for your money. Just with the material that Miguron puts into it, the fit, the finish, the quality that Miguron puts into how he makes these knives. It amazes me every single time the price point he's able to come in with the offerings that he has. So with that, this is no exception. Right now, this is on pre-order for $40, $39.99, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then after the pre-order is done, once these are in-house and they're being sold, they're going to be $47.99. So you're looking at a sub $50 knife, and there is some amazing fit, finish, and action to this knife. There are a couple things that I would suggest changing or just looking at. And they did say that they are going to be looking to possibly make changes. And I'll go into that a little bit here. But overall, as is, this is a banger knife for less than $50. There's just a couple things, if they can do it, I think would make this a little bit better, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and do some overall measurements. We'll do some side-by-side comparisons, and then I'll get into what I like and what I would kind of adapt a little bit about this knife. First, tip to tail, we are looking at 7.5 inches. Blade length, we're looking at about 3.25 with the cutting edge, just over 3, we'll say 3.15. You have a really nice finger choil right here, sharpening choil, finger choil, choke up choil on it, which is really good. So your blade does actually come past, but I only measure to where the scale is right there. For some side-by-side comparisons, we'll throw out a couple Migurons. We've got the Miguron Pagos right here. We've got the Miguron Valona right here as well, so you can kind of see both of those in comparison to it. Miguron is going to be making the knife, so I thought that might be fun. You also have the Miguron Mayoral right here, and then we'll get one more Miguron, which is technically AM8, but still made by Miguron, the Covig up top there. So those 4 Migurons to kind of compare to, Miguron AM8 to kind of compare to. Let's get some more common knives now. We'll go ahead and pull the Civivi Elementum button lock. We'll do the Kaiser Veritas. Kaiser has been just crushing it this past year as well. And then we'll do a bug out, because bug outs are stupidly popular. Everyone's got a bug out. And then we'll do the Civivi Sikoke. Ray Laconico design, absolutely fantastic. Front flipper as well, with the thumb stud on it. So all right, we'll go ahead and put those away. We've got some good side-by-side comparisons. We've got some really good measurements, fit and finish to it. So first off, this is going to be a gray PVD blade with gray G10 scales. The 4 different offerings are all going to be G10. There's going to be a gray G10. There's going to be 2 black versions, and then there's going to be a white G10. The white G10 is going to have a black PVD blade. So then there's going to be the black G10 with a black PVD blade, all blacked out, black hardware and everything as well. The white, oh, we already talked about the white. The white with the black with the black, the black with the gray, and then black with a stonewash? Let me look real quick. No, sorry. Black with the stonewash, black with black, white with black, and then an all gray version. So you may have to rewind this and double check, but there will be a link to the website below which has all 4 versions. I will say, off the bat, this gray version is my favorite version. Unless you're going to be doing some sort of customizing to it, there will be a white version that you can writ dye, which would be really cool. And that would be a really fun one to grab and just writ dye on as well. The scales are going to be G10, but the blade is 14C28N. We can see that right there. The fact that you're getting 14C28N to a fantastic sharpness, and Miguron does a really good HRC. I don't know what this is going to be held at, but Miguron does a really good HRC on his knives. So this is going to be really good there. For under $50 is just absolutely ridiculous. You do have a milled clip on the backside as well right here. I'm assuming it's just going to be some sort of stainless and not titanium, but you do have a milled clip on the backside right here, which is nice. It's a little bit better than just a rollover deep carry clip or kind of a wire clip. It just makes it a little bit nicer as well. These speed holes they look cool in my opinion, but they're also there for weight reduction, and it feels really good in hand. The ergos on this knife are something out of this world. They have a nice little ramp right here, so if you hold down, you can actually fit in your hand with that thumb ramp. If you choke up, you can go on the back side of the ramp, and it curves into the back side of your thumb really well as well. One of the things that I would change is I would add some jimping on this backside right here. So that would be the first thing that I would love to change, is add some jimping on that top backside right there. You don't need it. I think it would be nice to have. So if they don't make that addition, then that's totally fine. It's still going to be a knife that I pick up and pre-order for 100%. The other thing is, with it being just a front flipper, it's going to turn some people away, I think. But it is a super dialed, easy to learn front flipper as well. It's not a front flipper that you're going to have problems with. It is definitely a super easy to learn on front flipper. As you can see, I'm front flipping pretty much with everything. I've never done this before, but I wonder if I could middle finger front flip. Yeah. So I mean, it's the detent on this is super snappy. It's very well dialed for that front flip. The only thing that I would change is, if they wanted to, you could add kind of a fuller in the top part of this blade here, similar to what Miguron did in the Valona right here. If you added something like that, then you do have the option to do that reverse flick or thumb flick off of it as well, making it just a little bit more universal to others who maybe not like front flip or do front flip. As is right now, you can push it out. You can push it out like that. So I'm thinking, if you are someone who knows how to reverse flick off of a blade, you may be able to do that. I don't know how to do that, so that prevents me from being able to do that. But the front flip is super dialed, and for less than $50, you can't really complain about that. It is a liner lock, and Miguron's liner locks tend to be a little bit chunkier. I'm thinking about like the Pagos right here, which feels super chunky in hand, or the Mayoral, which feels super chunky in hand. And although this isn't much thinner, let's see if we can get that to kind of focus in there. Although this isn't much thinner, you can see it is thinner, and that in itself makes it feel just that much better, because it doesn't feel chunky. And then the chamfered scales on the bottom right there make it feel really good as well too. So there's not much left to say about this. I will say, for less than $50, you can't go wrong. This is probably going to be in one of my top contenders for budget knife of 2024. They did say that since these are on pre-order, they're expecting to get these in the midsummer of 2024, and then they'll be shipped out once they have kind of the information from Miguron. If you've got an extra $40, this is where I would spend it 100%. There will be a link below. It is not an affiliate link. It's nothing like that. It's just so you can go check out the knife. There are 4 versions like we talked about. Follow that link below. This thing is fantastic. Jay and Adam over at AZUSA are really good guys. You can tell they definitely put a lot of thought into this after their first offering, which is the Blitzkrieg, which they still have some of those available, which is a premium knife that they offered. Kind of gives Koenig vibes to me, and I really, really, really love my Blitzkrieg that I have. So until next time, TTFN.